Hello Commanders, and welcome to episode 12 of our tutorial series. Today we're going to do Rescue the Survivors. Now, for those who are following along, we just did Rescue the Survivors in our last mission, and there's only one Rescue the Survivors mission on the map, so since this quest requires Rescue the Survivors, we're going to go ahead and do the same mission again. We won't get any of the limited time bonuses, because we already did it once. You only get those once. But we will get the mission rewards. And what we're going to do is rescue the survivors, and while we're there we'll try to do Enter the Ninja. Enter the Ninja is just 20 kills with a melee weapon. I happen to have a daily that is 300 kills with a melee weapon. So I figure I'll get a little bit on both, or I'll finish Enter the Ninja and get more on my daily challenge. And of course the dailies are tied to the Metal Team Leader pack, so I will also get the first reward for that if I can complete it. I'm going to go ahead and take Metal Team Leader. She's still my go-to at this point. As we get more heroes, you'll see me branching out. As we get more loadouts, you'll see me building separate ones from her. But for now, that's what we're using. Now we're going to go into the zone, run around and find survivors. You'll find survivors on top of cars, on top of RVs, in buildings, and next to a tent. The RVs are usually in places where you don't expect to see an RV, so it's pretty obvious. The cars, after a while, you get a feeling when you see a car like parked on the road. If it's parked weird or the colors are off, you can tell when there's going to be a survivor on it. But for now, you can just run around and look for them. They show up on the mini-map, and I'll show you that. The ones in buildings are generally Ned, who needs his med kit. So he'll ask you to go find his med kit, and you go get it, bring it back to him. It shows you where it is on the map, vaguely. You go find it, bring it back to him, and he leaves. Everybody else, as soon as you're done defending them, they go. In all cases, you have to talk to the survivor before they will leave. There are other survivors that are added later in the game, but for now, these are the ones we have to work with. Remember to grab materials while you're doing any mission. We don't have a lot of anything. We're going to go ahead and kill this troll. It's a good habit to get into and rescue the survivors to grab some blue glow as early as you can, because some of the later survivors that will be introduced in the future, you will need blue glow to get to rescue. Alright. No chest in there. Bummer. So, wow, there's nothing searchable here. We need stuff to make traps and weapons. And there is none. Okay, look on the minimap. You see the little person figure? We're the yellow arrow. That is a survivor. And we have to go inside and find them. And it's probably going to be a Ned, because it is inside a building. Oh, that's a different survivor. Okay, we better be quick. Alright, this is Ned. He's lost his medkit. Now you see the question mark that appeared on the minimap? That's where we have to go to find his medkit. And it's an area you have to search. Alright, we don't want to let this other survivor die. There are more than the 6 you need to win, or to succeed at the mission. But hey, why let any go? Alright, this guy should be almost dead, and it doesn't look like he is. Oh, he's taking damage now. They were waiting until we got there to have him take damage. Talk to him, and he beams up. There he goes. That's one saved. We have one saved, and we're started on another, and we're only a couple minutes in, so this is going to be a good run. Now I am running right for the magnifying glass. I figure on the way, if I run into a survivor, I can rescue him, and if I don't, then I get Ned's med kit and I rescue him. So All works well. There's the area. And we got some friends to take care of first. They were here to guard that blue glow, but they woke up when I hit the crate. And of course there's a troll. Anytime blue glow is in an open space, it's probably got a troll with it. And we're going to go ahead and fight him, although we probably won't need any blue glow in this mission. It's kind of a habit of mine. It's hard to do this with melee weapons if he's bouncing around the outside. Okay, running around woke our friends over by the building up, which is fine. They're guarding something. I'm curious about that. Troll presents are always construction materials, and in my experience, almost always wood. But, no, you get what you get. Alright, you do get double the blue glow. You start with one, and after the troll takes it and you kill him, you get two. There's our med kit. Okay, there's what it looks like. Grab it. And now we need to go talk to Ned. Tell him, hey, got your med kit. Occasionally you'll run into a bug where Ned won't talk to you. If that happens, just keep going. Act like you never even saw him, because honestly, if he won't, when you first go up to him and it says press X to talk, and you press X and nothing happens, he's never going to talk to you. So I've tried everything I can think of. So your best bet is just to move along. There are other survivors to be saved, and you only need 6 to succeed at the mission. And if he doesn't want to be saved, well, that's his problem. Alright. Some of these buildings, and this is one of them, are kind of warrens, and it's hard to make sure you know where you are and where you need to go. Now, we bounced out of that wall after coming from, not that way. Not downstairs, but there being more husks here tells me there's something for them to guard. Let's find out what it is. And there, and there. Aha! Do we have another Ned? Do not. So Ned should be pretty close to this on another level. You'll find an empty survivor shelter, and Ned is nearby, usually right above or below. Ah, there we go. See that purple glow? That purple glow is a high-end chest or a safe. One of the two. It's a safe. Take out its last guard and pop it open. Nice. Okay, so we got a decent shotgun out of that. At this power level, a blue shotgun is likely to be double power level of this mission, which is good stuff. I'm not going to take the time now to stop and swap it, although you could if you were hard up for weapons. Alright, time to get out of here and go find more. After we find Ned. What the heck did I do? Okay. This is where we chopped out. Did we come down? We did. Okay. He should be in here. Yes. Okay, that's 2 saved. We got 13 minutes left to get 4, so what is that? About 2.5 minutes each, a little over. We'll run the outside edge. Interesting thing about Rescue the Survivors missions, if you run the outside edge, you will see tents and RVs. Occasionally you'll see a car, but you see less of them out on the outside edge. But you'll find enough to finish the mission by just running around the outside of the island, or the zone. Alright, we'll take this guy out. Steal his bluglow for no good reason. And keep going. Yeah, they always have buddies though. It's never one guy guarding a piece of bluglow, so you gotta be aware some more are coming. There we go. Where's that? Oh, in here. This is one on foot. Alright. So the ones that are on foot have less husks chasing them, because the ones on cars and RVs have a set amount of time where you can't, where the husks can't hurt them. So if they're on foot, they have less husks chasing them, but the husks can get to them easier. If they're on a car, they have a few more husks, and it's harder for the husks to get to them. And if they're on an RV, there are a lot more husks, and the husks can have to work to get to them. So, all about the same challenge, just how you deal with them is a little different. I almost never use a teddy for ones on foot. I almost always use a teddy for ones on an RV. Alright. So I'm picking fights with things I run into because I do have 2 quests that need me to do melee kills, but normally I would just run around and find the survivors first. Because we're halfway through time and we're halfway through survivors. Which isn't great. I like to be ahead. Alright. We could drop some bluglow into that pylon. I don't think we need to, so I skipped past it, but if you're at all weak in whatever the pylon offers, go ahead and do it. And rescue the survivors. I can't recommend ever doing building health, but the other pylons, I mean, more shield is always good, health is always good, speed is good, and, you know, depending on your loadout, energy can be useful too. This loadout can get a boost from energy because it gives them more energy, and energy is what does seismic smash. Okay, see that RV? That's what we're looking for. There's a survivor on there, and now they're about to be attacked. Basically, the RV is a survivor location waiting for us to get close enough, and then it spawns the survivor and the husks to attack it. Now, we just drop Teddy, and then we lend him a hand. This one, luckily, they're only coming to one side of the RV. Usually they come to both sides. Usually they're all around the RV and you have to run around in circles, but we got lucky this time. This RV placement is right kinda at the edge of the world, so husks aren't going behind it too much. Alright. We also had a side quest for shielder data, so if one drops some data, we'll grab it for sure, just like we did in the first person we saw. Alright. Now we need stairs so we can get up there. There are a lot of ways to get to talk to this person. This is the one that works for me. Don't hesitate to chop the RV out from under them, or build somewhere else, or somehow else. Whatever works well for you, so you can get to them, talk to them, and move along. Another RV. Wow. Alright. That's good, because it means that, you know, we're cranking through. But RVs take a little longer than most rescues do. So we wanna... Oh, I used up my sword. We're into the hammer. Now, when your weapon breaks, if it's a melee weapon, it replaces it with the highest power level melee weapon in your backpack. So I went to, even though the hammer is gray and I have green items, it went to the hammer because the hammer's been leveled up more. We will burn through this relatively quickly because this isn't the first time I've used it, and this is a found weapon, so it started with only about 30% of its health. But that's cool, we get to use different things. The hammer is slower, but it can hit multiple targets in an arc in front of you. It's less likely to kill things, but that's because it's common, more than because hammers suck. Alright. So you notice how slow that swing is, but you saw that she just knocked 4 of them back at once. And then they get dazed sometimes, so it's good stuff. Your heavy attack uses energy. So if you spam your heavy attack until you're out of energy, you can't drop Teddy. And that's something you need to remember, that you want to keep a little bit of energy spare so that you can bring Teddy to bear if you need to. If this is the speed pylon, it is. Alright, now we're going to move faster, which means we find them faster and start saving them faster. All good stuff. There are none on the map, that's a good thing. Sometimes at the edge of where you're running, one will spawn, and you'll be able to see it on your map even though you never saw it on your mini-map. Stopping to fight these guys strictly for the melee kills. We are getting a little tight on time, so I'd like to find that last survivor and get him rescued so that we know we've won. But I'm not going to pass up the chance to get more melee limbs, because we need a fair number of those. At this point we should have, and we could look, but I won't, we should have Enter the Ninja done, and the daily should be pretty darn close to done. Again, force a habit, I grabbed the bluglow and I'm going to chop up probably the quartz and the coal, for sure the quartz. But coal is for making ammo, and if we get in a situation where we're not finding enough, you definitely want to have coal available. Coal, nuts and bolts, rough mineral powder. Yes, I hear a survivor. Look on the mini-map, he is being attacked now, so I need to get moving. And I'll bring these guys along, because Teddy doesn't care where you came from, he just wants to kill you. Alright, time to drop Teddy. Start smashing husks. Oh, there goes the hammer. Okay, so this is a golf club. They get a lot of jokes in Save the World, but that's because the legendary Masters driver turns up way more than any other melee weapon in llamas and in quest rewards, and so there are a lot of jokes about how many thousand of them people have, things like that. But it's not a bad weapon. It swings fast, it goes in an arc, it doesn't do as much damage as a hammer, but it swings faster than a hammer, so you get more hits in. Alright, we got this one done. That's it. We are complete. Now, if we have anything else we need to do, like we have the challenge for exploring entire maps, so we can run off and do that. We need building materials, so we can also smash into places and start searching stuff, or go through doors if you're normal and start searching stuff. We are still moving fast from that speed pylon, so that's good stuff. We have been here before. This nouveau building is kind of cool. I'm not going to take the time to show you now, but there are compartmented rooms inside the walls that you can only get through by smashing in. If you need to get to parking lots for a daily quest, this parking garage, this park, right? Oh, there's a tent survivor. So they're on foot, so they have less husks, but they have no defense. If the husks get to them, the husks are damaging them. So we want to keep them from getting to her. You're the best, so I'm done. She is ready to be rescued. Send her on her way. Another one. Wow. And he is on a car. And cars take a little longer, because basically more husks spawn over a longer period of time because they have to beat the car away before they can hurt him. But that's okay, as long as we stay on top of them, we got no problems. And as you can see, the golf club is doing a stellar job of keeping them down. But it's not leaving anybody dazed or anything like that, like the hammer did. Oh, well, the golf club is broken now too, so now we're on to a baseball bat. I don't think I have casted a melee weapon yet, or crafted a melee weapon yet. So all of these are ones I found that only have 30% health when I get them. That's why I keep burning through them. Okay, so the Battle Breakers video games, I do it to complete the quest because I'm a completionist, but I have no intention of playing Battle Breakers on this account. I did it on my main. I personally am not a fan of the Battle Breakers game. I did it just far enough to get the Save the World heroes out of it. Playing those video games in Save the World, stopping and interacting with them, doesn't give you anything in Save the World. Oh, I got another survivor in trouble. Yeesh. So, when you complete... Oh, it's on foot. Excellent. When you complete the Battle Breakers quests in Save the World, it gives you Battle Breakers heroes. When you complete the Save the World quests in Battle Breakers, it gives you Save the World heroes. Ooh! Tires threw me in the air, landed on the fence. Teddy had to do my job for me. That was a lot of fun. I was sitting on the fence. Get it? I couldn't decide if I wanted to attack him or not. Sitting on the fence. Alright, we're just going to search some stuff. We're almost to fully explored. And we only have 30 seconds left, so I'm not even sure we're going to finish fully explored. That's okay, we're grabbing some stuff. Another one? Oh, I'm close. We'll beat on these husks, but I don't think we have time to save another survivor. Oh, it's on foot, maybe. Oh, it's two. There's one on a car back there. See him behind the fence waving at us? Jeez. When they're that close together, you can pretty much count on losing one of them. And we're going to run out of time with both of them because those guys were behind a wall. This is the last one, I think, for the one on foot. Yeah, and we lost it. That's okay. We got a lot done. So, lots of melee weapon kills. Successful mission, which is always important. Which completes the quest, because all we had to do was, one, rescue the survivors. We gained 2 levels, which gave us good stuff. And we're going to get level 3 loot, because it seems like no matter what you do in Rescue the Survivors, you're going to get level 3 loot. And that's true for all of these missions. You can go above and beyond, and the loot they're going to give you seems to be the loot they're going to give you. I've seen people go past when it's a group of 4 and everybody's really cranking stuff out, but generally speaking, if the mission normally gives level 2 loot, you're going to have to really struggle to get anything but level 2 loot. In the case of Rescue the Survivors, it gives level 3. That's what you're going to get. You can rescue all of the survivors, you can build radar towers, it's a struggle to get beyond 3. Some Xbox achievements is all that stuff flashing in the bottom center there is. Alright, level 3 loot, and a whole lot of quests completed. Look at that. Alright, Survivor XP, Gold, Quartz. It's a good start. Mission accomplished. Stage 1. Oh, 50 X-ray tickets, I'll take it. To boldly go. Hero XP and Shock Specialist AC. Metal Team Leader Challenge 1, alright. Yep. V-Bucks and a mini or upgrade llama. Husk Extermination as an Outlander. There's the daily that gave me the Metal Team Leader Challenge. Killer Storm, so every 2 storm missions you do, you get 100 gold. And the quest was Rescue the Survivors. We got Hero XP, Defenders, Defender Pad, a sword, not a sword schematic, but just one sword. Hero XP and Skirmisher Edge. Another loadout. Yes. So, by the time you are done, you will have 9 loadouts if you go all the way through the game. Until you get to at least 4, you're always going to feel like you don't have enough. And the reason for that is there are 4 classes, so it's natural to want to build a team for each class. Or a team led by each class. Alright, so now we have all these defenders. So you lay down a defender pad, you pick a defender, and then you give them a weapon, and if the weapon needs ammo, you give them ammo. That way you can select how much of your ammo you want to give to defenders. Notice that as you level these up, they get abilities. And you want to pick ones with abilities that'll help you, and then you want to level them up. And it uses hero XP to level these up. I try to keep 2 or 3 of each type. This account will focus more on melee defenders, because there's a odd bug in Xbox that sometimes only lets you place melee defenders. The point it breaks is it won't let you give ammo. Sometimes. I can probably do a video someday on when that is and how to get around it. But right now, we're going to look at our new loadout. So we have a second loadout. We are on number 2 now. And I think we're going to do a constructor loadout. Base Kyle's base makes your walls have bigger or more hit points. That's huge. I mean, we could build a soldier loadout. We could build a kind of ninja loadout. We're going to do a kind of constructor loadout. And the reason I say kind of is we really don't have a wide selection, so we're going to have to do some non-constructor things here. So Kyle as the lead is going to increase our building health. Now we're just picking who to put with him. Alright, Assault Trooper will give us assault damage. And then Survivalist will heal us as we kill people. So our ARs will do more damage, and as we kill husks, we will get healed. We don't have a lot of choices yet for gadgets, so we'll take the same 2. Although as we level up and we get more gadget points to spend on gadgets, we'll start trying different ones, show you what they do. Alright. Now our new heroes. We want to level Kyle up because we just made him a team lead, and all of a team lead's hit points and shields go to your hit points and shields in a mission. So you want to level your team leads up just as far as you can. And then if we can level up Survivalist, he would be my next choice. Now, support team members only get part of their health and shields to the overall team. So increasing their level doesn't help as much. Alright, that's not going to be terribly useful. But we're really early in Survivor Squad, so I'm not going to get rid of anything but common ones yet. Our research, don't have enough. And we're only generating 25 an hour, so it's going to be over an hour before I can spend more, so it won't happen on this video. Alright. Now, our new schematics, ceiling zapper, and the defender pad I was talking about. So the way it works is, in your backpack, you craft defender pads, and then, like a trap, you lay them down. They actually show up with traps for when you're placing walls. You lay one down near your objective, and then you pick the defender that goes on it. Now remember, those things they gain starting at level 5, one at 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25, those apply to the entire team. So even some people don't like defenders because they get knocked easier because of the AI than normal heroes do, or normal players do. We're going to use that new sword we got. Why not? kind of burned through a lot of our melee weapons. It's sad we don't have a lot yet. Anyway, some people don't like defenders because they get knocked too much. If you're one of those people, throw the defender in a box. Block him off so husks can't touch him. Because the entire squad gets those benefits. So even if you're playing solo, if you get a defender that adds to your crit chance with an AR, by all means, run an AR loadout, put that defender in a box if you don't want him fighting, and you're going to get a greater crit chance with your hero. There's no negative here other than the cost of laying down the pad. And the pads are pretty cheap to make. I make them in batches. Early on I'll do 10, then I go to 25, and eventually I build 200 at a time, so I don't have to think about it. I just drop one when I need it. Alright. So this is, notice it says 1 llama token. That's what we got from the Metal Team Leader Challenge. So it went silver, which is nice. We're getting a free silver upgrade llama. We could certainly do worse. Alright. So this is totally up to personal taste. Do you prefer snipers or shotguns? I'm going to go with shotgun. Yeah. And a Terminator's an okay AR. It does less damage, but it's got a large magazine capacity, so you spend less time reloading. That wasn't a bad haul. Alright, so these are our new schematics. I happen to know that we have the Stinger already, but I think the others are all new. Yeah, this one. Viper, I'm sorry, not Stinger. Viper we already have. Yeah. So what you need to do is look at the stuff that you'll get at level 5 and level 10 and pick the one you like more. To be honest, we'll replace these eventually with higher rarity ones of the same weapon. So it's kind of temporary. I wouldn't get too crazy about which one should I keep. If you have a higher rarity one, keep that one. Otherwise, compare the bonuses and see which one you like. Alright. So we're getting a decent collection of schematics. We don't have anything legendary yet. And the same is true of survivors. And we only have one. I think I mentioned that one survivor squad, and it's pretty small. So we will have to do something about that. Now, because we leveled up heroes, we don't have enough XP to level any of these up, unfortunately. But that's going to be pretty high on our priority list, because their big benefit is those bonuses, and so I want to get them leveled up to that. I also want to keep them at a level where they can stay alive in missions with me, because when I play solo, I use a fair number of defenders. There's one mission type we haven't seen yet that, if I can, I run standard 2 sniper defenders on each objective, and there are 2 different objectives. So we want to make sure we keep our defenders in line with our power level. So here's an unfortunate part. We only have 2 constructors, and one of them is a melee constructor, and one of them is a building constructor, which is unfortunate because it means they don't complement each other too well. You can put them together and, use one will give benefit when you're fighting, and one will give benefit when you're building defenses, but I like Kyle because he makes your buildings all stronger. The stronger they are, the more hits from husks they can take, which gives you more time to kill them. But he's not a super warrior by any means. There's our one squad. We have the scouting party. That will start expanding relatively quickly here. And for that squad, we're doing okay, right? We got 2 legendary and 1 epic members. You want your leaders to be the highest rarity you can that match that squad. I will eventually have legendary in there. If I'm lucky, it'll be quick. If I'm not lucky, so it takes months. It's not a big deal. Legend, the higher the rarity of the leader, the more bonus to your power level you get from it. and the same is true with the squad members. So eventually you want mythics for all your leads, which is one step above legendary. I don't think we've seen any yet in these videos. And then you're going to want legendary members for all of the members of your squad, but 2, because there are 2 mythic survivors in the game that you get during the Canny Quest Line. Next up is going to be Stonewood SSD4, which I know you guys like Storm Shield defenses more than most stuff, so we will go do that and see this area that we can see expand. Storm Shield defenses usually give us more slots for survivors too, which is a good thing. Alright, I think we'll call it there. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're getting anything out of this. It's nice to know when people are watching them. And we'll see you next time. Mr. Mean Raindrop, gone.